Hello, it is Monday, March 6th, 2023. I'm Chris Remo and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Monday puzzle today, so should be a relatively gentle, themed crossword to kick off the solving week. And this relatively gentle, themed edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Alan Blunder, Mitchell Turek, Jenny Montague, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark and the indomitable Schulmaster. So thank you so much to the five of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for bringing us this edition and this series and sustaining this channel. I do very much appreciate that. And if you'd like to become a patron, and I do appreciate the efforts of all of my patrons at every level, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field underneath the video, of course, and by doing so, as a benefactor, you can get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug, and as a patron of any kind, you can get access to all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date, as well as the new ones that go up each week, and that did include this week's mini puzzle speed solve, which went up a day late. Apologies, so that went up on Saturday. But that's there for you to watch if you're a patron, and thank you to everybody who is one. Thank you also to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. You can do that, and that is a big help as well. And you can you can join the Daily Solve Discord chat server. That's free. It's a nice, friendly chat community, and I'm glad that I quickly popped in there today. Well, I'm glad for two things. I'm glad I popped in there today, and I'm glad that the users of that chat room are very conscientious about spoilers, because they were discussing today's crossword, but everything relevant was very, as I say, conscientiously spoiled. But the reason I bring it up is because one thing I did notice is that people pointed out that today's crossword constructor, Lynn Lempel, has constructed her 100th puzzle for the Times, her first of which was published in 1979. So an incredibly experienced and long-running constructor for the paper, really quite a legacy. So on that, let's get on to the puzzle. As I said, this was constructed by Lynn Lempel, her 100th puzzle since 1979, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's start solving and see what she has in store for us today. Greeted a king or queen, say, maybe knelt? Or bowed, knelt? Let's see. Bosom buddy, informally. Kin, maybe? Informally, though. So maybe it is bowed, because then this could be BFF, best friend forever, and title for Tuck, Friar Tuck of Robin Hood's Band of Men, his merry men, I guess, to be specific. And if one points in the right direction, one orients somebody. You point them in the right direction, you orient them. Orientate, as it's so often said in the UK. Apple used for cider. Cider is what apple is used for cider? I don't know. Should I know that? Young bird of prey, an eaglet, maybe a baby eagle. And Raps Dr. Dre, that's that. Region of upstate New York named for its bodies of water, of the Finger Lakes. I've heard of that area, so there we go, the Finger Lakes. And that is thematic, actually. It's being referenced by the revealer down in 55 Across, but we'll wait to see what that is until we get to a more natural point. So the apple used for cider, it looks like wine something, doesn't it? And a slippery fish is an eel, so that does look correct. All right. I don't know. Pants leg measurement. The inseam is one of the measurements for a pair of trousers. And it is a tale told by an idiot, Macbeth. There we go. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Something to that effect. All right, marble figures. Statues. You could have marble statues, of course. And Nile snake is an asp, famously associated with poisonings and things. Well, or I guess not poisonings, but venom attacks, I guess. What do you call that? Apple used for cider is wine sap. Okay, that's fair enough. I don't think I knew that. So there we go. One-time spot for fast food. A&P or something, that doesn't really fit. Court proceeding is a trial, takes place in a court. And Cesar Romero, I guess, played the Cisco Kid. The great Cesar Romero, who was one of the cornerstones of the 1960s, 1960s Batman series, of course, as the Joker. Excellent performance. Caitlin of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Caitlin Olsen, I think. Is it O-N or E-N? I think it's... I'm actually not sure. Could be either, and I'm not certain, so I'll leave it blank for now. Okay. To narrate is to tell a story, and to embarrass someone is to abash. So you could say to abash. I'm feeling abashed. I'm embarrassed. Barcelona bar bites are tapas, the sort of Spanish small plate courses, and GPS lines could be streets. You could have a GPS map lined with streets. Presumably that's what this is. Roger, who wrote I hated this movie. Roger Ebert, the late film critic. And orange pico is a type of tea. So this was also with an O. There we go. Glad I didn't take a guess on that. Large sports venues are arenas, and a navigation hurdle for a sailboat. Headwind? Oh, right. So do we have body parts, I suppose. Finger, head, and then what's the other bit? Lakes, wind, don't know. Could be something vaguely geographical or climatological, but I'm not sure. But I think the body parts are part of it. All right, to leave a flight is to deplane. And ticket holders' entitlements are seats, I suppose. You have a ticket to a show, you get a seat. Squirrel's stash could be a stash of acorns. And if you're bowled over, you're wowed, maybe? Let's check the crosses on that. Bone in the mouth. The jawbone is in your mouth. And a good prefix for Earth Day could be eco, as in eco-friendly, ecological. Catholic religious order that founded Georgetown University would be the Jesuits, Society of Jesus. And if you're having no doubt, you are sure, you're certain about something. Q-tips, e.g., are swabs, cotton swabs, that you're not meant to put in your ears. And I feel as though this must be one of the products that is by far sold most for a purpose that it claims not to be used for. I know they say you can put it shallowly in your ear, but anyway. Frontline Network is PBS, so the reporting, sort of deep reporting program Frontline from the public broadcasting system. And then climbers' warm-ups before mountains are... I'm not sure. What do climbers do before climbing mountains? If one watches the kid, one sits. And that's brilliant. Could be or something. Or, no, doesn't really work. Arm or leg is a limb. That's a nice little nod to the theme, perhaps. And make easier to hear in a way, turn up the volume, maybe? No, the T doesn't work here. And Pago's land, is that Samoa? That's brilliant. Aha? Make easier. I don't know, I might have this wrong. One prone to mistakes. I was going to say a bonehead, but that doesn't fit, so that's not the answer. I'm running out of steam, aren't I? Houston, who fought Santa Anna. Oh, Sam Houston, this is referring to was it specifically the Battle of Alamo or the broader war? I'm not sure, but in any case, Sam Houston and Santa Anna, American and Mexican generals, I guess. Oh, the one-time spot for fast food is, or Texan and Mexican, I should say specifically. Not American in a broader sense, but Texan specifically. One-time spot for fast food, the automat. This was a kind of, I think it's sort of a kind of vending machine, automated-based food service. And Japan actually still has a fair few things like this. They've really died out in Europe and North America, but Japan still has some of this. Automats. Climbers warm before mountains. Foot something. And places with barns are farms. Yeah, so this is foothills. Oh, I see. I see. You climb foothills before mountains because they're gentler. So that's brilliant. So what is this? Aha? Is it aha? I guess it is. Make easier to hear in a way. And one prone to mistake. A bungler, maybe? That kind of works. Oh, you louden something. This was Samoa. That's what I thought. So you louden something to make it easier to hear. I see. So it was sort of turn up the volume, but in a more concise form. If something stems from something else, it derives from it. There we go. Oops. And if it's without cost, it's gratis. It's free. Minor mistakes are slip-ups. There we go. If you daydream, well, I was going to say if you daydream, that's a verb, but I'm too aggressive about doing that, immediately deciding whether something's a verb or a noun. I need to be more careful because this, I believe, is a noun, a daydream, a reverie. Could be lost in a reverie in a daydream. Smelted material could be ore, smelt ore, and then sellout warning on a sign. Here we go. Just had this the other day. Standing room only for tickets to a show at which all of the ticketed seats are sold out. And the weight of a diamond could be a carat. I always forget when you use C and when you use K for this. I assume it's the weight one, so maybe it is a K. Because the one with the C is a sort of purity measurement, right? Or, I think. Auto access, yes, okay, I think I was right about that, because the auto access item could be a key fob. There we go. So, that you use to unlock your car. So oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Source of shade on a desert island, say, a something tree. A palm tree. Oh, it's not a key fob. Oh, maybe all of my inferences were wrong. Right, okay, I don't know what that is. And a cracker often served with a soup, saltine cracker. There we go. Get those served with soup sometimes. And then the A of MFA. MFA is Master of Fine Arts, so A is arts. And Italian restaurant staple, it could be pasta. To go down a slippery slope is to ski. There we go, sort of punny way to describe skiing. And the number of Canadian provinces is 10. And then, it's a car key. Right, okay, I was completely wrong about the C and K thing, so I don't know. I don't know how to distinguish the weight versus whatever the other version of carat is. Maybe they're both weights. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, though, because you wouldn't say 10 karat gold. Maybe that one's the K. Well, whatever. I'll have to look it up. Affirmative vote, is I. I don't know why it's just misspelled car key. That was strange. And skateboarding jump is an ollie, I would think, a little skateboard jump. Performing company could be a troupe, a theater troupe, for instance. And the name on a glue bottle could be Elmer's glue, sold to, primary schools worldwide, I guess. I don't know if it's worldwide. Spiral-horned antelope, the eland, I want to say. Is that right? Look at this. Set of traits human. Set of traits we all have. Human nature. Oh, I see. Or a two-part description of the answers to the start clues. Right, okay. So we do have a body part, a human body part, and then a bit of nature in a broad sense. So that was that breadth that I was trying to nail down there. So finger lakes, head wind, foot hills, and palm tree. There we go. And let's just finish off the puzzle quickly. Attila, notably Attila the Hun, famously. And to tip something over is to upend it. The Indy 500 is an auto race, and like a tech geek, could be described as nerdy. Fat compound is a lipid. Lipids are fats. Oops. And summer hours in DC would be Eastern Daylight Time in the United States, as opposed to Eastern Standard Time. And a desirable attribute would be an asset, a sort of positive thing that you possess. And then a la mode is the term meaning served with ice cream in sort of North American English. And then there we go. That was the Monday crossword with, as ordered on a Monday, a nice gentle theme that, as is generally the case on Monday, doesn't require that we understand the theme in order to fill in the clues. So we just solved the clues as normal, and this is the kind of clue where you sort of combine two sorts of words that sometimes constructors use that to put together sort of new portmanteaus or kind of invented phrases or punny things. But in a Monday puzzle, we wouldn't expect that. We would expect real phrases that we can enter ordinarily through the clues. And that's exactly what happened today. So we had Finger Lakes, Headwind, Foothills, and Palm Tree. And those all make up human nature. Very nice, clever, tight little theme there. And it worked perfectly well on a Monday. A couple places I got maybe slightly more struck than I ordinarily would on a Monday, but nothing terminal. So there we go. That was our first crossword of the week by Lynn Lempel. And as is often the case on Monday, I don't have time for the clues from yesterday's puzzle. I think there was only one or two. There were only one or two anyway. But thank you so much for joining me for today's crossword. I'll be back tomorrow for the Tuesday puzzle. Should be another relatively gentle theme. And I hope you join me. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Monday. Take care.